All right, I'm Will Kitka from South Sioux City, and today we're going to go over how to improperly offload the hook truck. All right, today we're going to go over the controls here in the cab for the hook truck. You got your closest one to you here. This is the up and down of the main bed. Forward is down of the bed, back is up, and this here is your slide mechanism. Forward is forward, back is back. And the main problem with these, causing them to load wrong, is if you go ahead and hit this slide lever before you operate this, that's what causes the hooks in the back to get loaded wrong. It doesn't go on top of the locking mechanism. So the main thing to know is basically don't operate the slider mechanism before you operate this, unless you're going to offload it. Okay, we're going to watch this slide mechanism operate here. And as you can see, this is fully retracted back into the cylinder itself. And this is where you don't want your bed to, you want this to be fully retracted when you go ahead and reload the piece of equipment. If this isn't, then that's where your problem occurs with your loading. Basically right now what he's doing is to offload it, you're going to slide the mechanism back like we had here. So it's off this rail. So that way when he goes ahead and tips up the bed, it'll offload itself. There's nothing holding it back here now. So I'm going to go ahead and have him lift it up. And right now, as you can see, this attachment's clear of the locking mechanism here, so it can be offloaded. And the main mistake people make here is they slide the mechanism forward before they put the box back down, and that's what causes this locking lever here to go on top of here, which you don't want to happen. So right now, I'm going to show that him sliding it forward, what that's going to do. And as you can see, the locking mechanism is not going to be underneath where it's supposed to be to hold it on, and that was caused by sliding the bed forward before bringing the actual dump box down. And as you can see, what we got here is the locking mechanism here is not locked. The rail should be underneath that L bracket, and it's riding on top, so nothing's holding the back end of this attachment here. What we got here is, as you can see, there's a gap in between the roller and the attachment piece. So it's a pretty clear indicator that it's not latched properly. This here should be riding on the roller itself. And now we're going to go ahead and load this attachment, and as you can see again, this here is fully retracted. There isn't anything sticking out. You're fully retracted into the cylinder itself, which that's what you want. So he's going to go ahead and load it here. But as you can see here, reloading this attachment, you got your I-beam here and your rollers. You have sufficient contact in between there, so you do know that it's loading properly. And once again, you got your L bracket here and your steel plate. He's going to go ahead and slide it forward, and as he does that, the steel plate is going to end up underneath that, and that's what you want for road transport. And what I like to do before you go down the road is walk around the back side of the machine on both sides and make positively sure that this plate is underneath that bracket and it should be ready for road transport. And as you can see, everything is loaded properly here. You're going to want to get around the back side and do your safety circle walk to make sure it is loaded properly. If you have any questions on anything, go ahead and contact Fleet Services. And once again, you should be safe, do it right the first time, and pay attention to details.